officially 1 month into the new year, and you guys know that I've been actively trying to eat a little bit healthier and take better care of my body, especially my skin. 2024 was a really bad year for me. I was having so many back-to-back breakouts and my self-esteem really took a hit. So recently I've been trying to get my health back on track, specifically focusing on my gut health. And one of the ways I've been doing that is by making smoothies for breakfast. The only issue is a lot of the protein powders out there or powdered supplements are filled with sugar, artificial ingredients, or food dyes. But recently I've come across this brand called Earth Echo Foods that creates organic and nutrient-dense superfood supplements that actually taste really, really good. This is their Cacao Bliss, which is basically a healthier chocolate made from organic cacao beans, black pepper, turmeric, MCT powder, and more. And all of these ingredients have really good health benefits like boosting mental clarity, crushing cravings, and activating your metabolism so that you burn fat more efficiently. I like to put a couple teaspoons of this into my smoothie, and this literally tastes like a chocolate shake. Like, it tastes exactly like a milkshake. I put other stuff in here like banana, almond milk, frozen cherries, but you can put whatever you like in it. If you're not a smoothie lover, you can also put this powder into like your yogurt, your oatmeal, or whatever breakfast food you like. With products like these, I'm usually very, very skeptical about their effects because a lot of them aren't really noticeable. But with this, I actually do notice a huge difference in my digestion and mood. So if you're interested in checking out some of Earth Echo's products, I have a link in the description where you can use my code Allison for 25% off, which is a huge discount, by the way. I don't know any brands that are giving out that much of a discount. So yeah, I'm going to enjoy my smoothie, do a little bit of deep work before I have to head into the office. We need to talk. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I've been feeling super burnt out lately, and I don't know what it is, but the past month has just felt like inferno. I don't know why I chose that word. Maybe it's because I've been watching a lot of Singles Inferno. I've been trying to catch up with season 4 because it just came out, but I'm only on season 2, so give me a break. But I am no veteran, but this ain't my first rodeo, okay? Especially last year, I used to go through like periods of burnout like every couple of months to the point where it was almost routine. Like every 2 or 3 months, I would just feel so unmotivated, so lazy, really depressed, and I don't know, like I just get filled with this sense of dread. Like, it's almost hopelessness. The only thing I can describe it to is like when you're in a zombie apocalypse, because that's a very common experience, you know? And you're like the only person alive, and all the zombies are just circling around you, and you know there is no possible chance you're gonna survive. That's kind of how I feel. And don't get me wrong, I love my life, and I'm very grateful to be surrounded by my friends, my family, cameraman, who all like encourage me and support me unconditionally. But I would be lying to you if I said that the 9 to 5 daily grind was not monotonous. Like, it's me doing the exact same thing every single day, and I show you guys what I do every single day, and I'm not lying. Like, if you watch my past vlogs, it's me doing the exact same thing, but from different angles. And this whole like Groundhog's Day routine is like low-key discouraging, because I know that if I don't do anything, nothing's gonna change. I feel like burnout, specifically in your 20s, is not talked about enough. Most people think that this is the time to be fun and energetic, and there's lots of opportunities coming your way. But I'm gonna make a grand assumption that a lot of people feel the way that I'm feeling right now for a number of reasons. Number one, I think a lot of us are spending mental energy thinking about what we have to do. Like, when you write out your to-do list and there's like a gazillion things that you have to do that day, it's mentally draining when you're constantly like checking off and like keeping track of every single task you need to do. And in terms of like career, managing money, personal relationships, like there's a lot of tabs to keep open on all of those things, and it's exhausting on my mental health. Like, the best analogy I have for this is, you know, that one person in your life that you're like, oh my god, like we need to catch up, like when are you free? Like, oh, like I'm free this day but not that day, and they're like, oh, but I'm free that day but I'm not free this day, and it goes like back and forth, back and forth. That's literally what's going on in my mind. And it's like there's 10 people on my list of people to text back, but I just can't, because it's like so overwhelming, and I don't even want to start. I think the other thing that contributes to this feeling of burnout is the pressure to succeed early. And at this point, I think everybody in their 20s has just accepted the fact the timeline they had in their heads is not matching up with the timeline that's going on in reality. But there's still a lot of pressure to perform well and to have everything all figured out. Like, there is no timeline, there's no quote unquote finish line, there's no like universal metric for success. It's literally what you make out of it. But there is so much pressure from social media and the internet that tells us that we need to have things done by a certain time. And this is true for like all generations, but I think this applies especially to people in their 20s, because I know people who are my age who are still in school, who are getting married, who are having kids, who are still living at home with their parents, aka me, who are working 9 to 5 jobs, who are freelancing, who are starting their own businesses. Like, there's just so many things going on at the same time that everybody's really in a different place. But sometimes I think we tend to look down upon people who are not like living independently and like working at a big corporate job just because they're doing life a different way. But for me and anybody else who still lives with their parents, like, I feel for you, but I also know that we're saving so much money. So if you feel bad about living at home, just be grateful that you don't have to buy toilet paper every single week. I don't know about you, but me personally, I was raised to serve and take care of other people, to literally obey and follow directions. And basically, I grew up thinking that I had to please everyone or else people wouldn't like me and then I would be a failure. But as I've gotten older, I realized that that is just not sustainable, and a lot of people do not think that way. And not gonna lie, I used to think that people who would put themselves first were selfish and that they didn't care about anybody. But now that I'm at that stage, I'm like, wait, they're low-key right. Being a yes man is just not sustainable, and it actually makes people respect you less because you don't have any personal boundaries. And so rather than me feeling like I gotta do everything, like I gotta get this done, I can't delegate anything, I gotta do it all myself, I have learned that sometimes it's just best to be selfish and say no, which is not even being selfish, it's just respecting your own needs. No one is going to tell you that you need to take care of yourself. So it's basically up to you to do that for you, but only you are going to know when you actually need to do that. And I think the other thing that really helps me get through burnout is setting more realistic goals for myself. I am naturally a high achiever, but my desire to reach every single goal that I've set for myself in the time frame that I want just makes me feel so overwhelmed and like that I'm permanently behind. This is your sign to take it one step at a time and realize that everything takes longer than you expect. I don't care what it is, whatever time frame you have in your mind for your goal or for your achievements, I want you to like multiply it by 2 or 3 because it's going to take longer than you think. I'm not telling you that you can't do things fast, but I think a lot of us in our 20s think that, oh, like living life is going to happen exactly the way I thought of it in my head. But when you're several months into doing the thing you said you were gonna do, it feels so difficult, and everything in your life starts to get worse. Your relationships, your home life, you start getting into arguments with people, you're very irritable. And so the most sustainable way for me to prevent burnout is just to take care of myself and realize that nothing happens overnight. Let's see, what does Banana Duck say? He says, you got this and you're a boss, so go act like it. Laying in bed all day watching TikTok. The only time I got up was to go on that walk and to eat dinner. I wonder what group that is. Oh, it's New Jeans. You never wore this. What is the brand? This is a Coach bag. This is Prada. This is huge. Hotel key card for a hotel. They're almost the same color. I am raiding my grandma's closet. I never need to go shopping again. Okay, we're playing beer pong, but this is like a place where you have to pay to do it. Happy. I won the second one, so we're tied. Our skills are equal, so now when we go to any party, we'll be prepared.